The ultimate act of procrastination. Proof that I'd do just about anything to avoid paperwork. As I drove through the forest to the state prison, I passed a timber sign pointing to a rudimentary campground off the road. Crime scene tape cordoning off the campground entrance wasn't visible from my car. It was only later that I found out what happened there. The campground, which I've since visited several times, is designed for hardcore campers. It has no amenities other than a shower toilet block and the chance to camp under the stars. That's what Bill Morrow and his family were doing on the night in question. Bill and his two sisters had come with their respective spouses and kids on what I guess you'd call a family pilgrimage. They wanted their kids to experience the simple, back-to-nature camping trips of their childhood. Without phones or gaming consoles, without every waking moment being documented on social media. 3 days of uninterrupted family time. The way it used to be. Hashtag social media detox, hashtag family reunion, hashtag get me out of here. They arrived in the afternoon in a convoy of 3 SUVs packed with camping gear and food. They remember noticing a camper van parked under a tree on the periphery of the otherwise deserted campground. The van's screen door was loose. It rattled annoyingly in the wind. The campers paid it little mind. They were busy unloading equipment and erecting tents in a semicircle around a rusted metal fire pit on the other side of the campground. The campsite filled with the clang of tent pegs being hammered into the ground to a chorus of young kids hollering while playing tag, and teenagers whining about poor cell phone reception and the inconvenience of being dragged on a family camping trip they considered to be a refined form of torture. Eventually, the exasperated parents tied a volleyball net between 2 trees and sent the teenagers off to play, which they did with the pained expressions of hardcore addicts going cold turkey. Their hard-done-by disgruntlement melted into genuine enjoyment when they won a kids versus parents volleyball tournament as the afternoon slid into dusk. By the time they were eating their dinner of barbecued hamburgers by the crackling campfire, everyone had shifted gears into vacation mode. As evening moved into night, an easterly blew in, causing the camper van door to slam more frequently. It got on everyone's nerves. That's when the campers had the first inkling that something was wrong. Ignoring their niggling disquiet, the parents sent the kids to bed. Once the kids were in their zipped-up tents, the adults pulled their canvas chairs around the campfire to unwind after the long drive and exhausting day setting up camp. They stretched their legs toward the flames and sipped beers, reminiscing about the camping trips of their childhood and how much simpler the world had been before gaming consoles and social media. The nostalgic mood was ruined when a powerful gust violently slammed the camper van door shut with an explosive crack that ricocheted across the campground. 6-year-old Billy Jr. was woken by the noise. "Daddy, I'm scared," he called out, holding his teddy bear under one arm and gripping his sleeping bag with the other as he stuck his head out of his tent. His dad drained his beer bottle and rose from the canvas chair near the fire. "I'm going to say something," Bill Sr. said. "Otherwise we can all forget about getting any sleep tonight." He stormed toward the van. His brother-in-law followed him, holding out a large flashlight. The campground was close enough to a swamp called Rattlesnake Lake to make him want to see exactly where he was stepping. "Anyone home?" Bill Sr. bellowed as they approached. Bill's brother-in-law fixed the flashlight beam unsteadily on the van door while mosquitoes tore into him. He scratched the bites until they bled. Bill Sr. started feeling uneasy as he pounded on the door.
Even before I went inside, I could tell something was wrong. There were these eerie reverberations coming from inside the van.
When there was still no response, Bill opened the aluminum door. All he could see in the musty interior was a haze of gray. He stepped into the camper van. His brother-in-law heaved himself up as well. The van sagged under the cumulative weight of the 2 hefty men. Mosquitoes and moths followed them in, attracted by the bright beam of the flashlight. What happened inside that van